What if one country decided to spend over $1 trillion to reinvent itself, not over a century, but within a single generation? By 2034, Saudi Arabia plans to deliver some of the largest, most expensive, and most controversial megaprojects ever attempted by a nation, timed to culminate as the world turns its attention toward the 2034 FIFA World Cup. Entire cities built from nothing, tourism empires rising from untouched coastlines, entertainment capitals designed to keep billions of dollars at home, and heritage districts transformed into global cultural powerhouses. This is not speculation. These projects already have budgets, timelines, and construction underway, with combined investments that rival the GDP of entire countries, and deadlines increasingly aligned with a single global moment. Today, we're exploring 4 Saudi megaprojects whose total value runs into the hundreds of billions of dollars, and whose impact will extend far beyond football stadiums, reshaping the Middle East's economy, identity, and global influence by 2034. This is Saudi Arabia's future, measured in scale, ambition, and raw numbers. But this transformation didn't begin as a sporting spectacle. It began as a necessity. Behind this wave of megaprojects lies a hard reality Saudi Arabia can no longer ignore. For decades, its economy depended overwhelmingly on oil, a resource facing long-term decline as the world shifts toward renewables, electrification, and new energy systems. At the same time, a young and rapidly growing population is demanding jobs, opportunity, and modern lifestyles at home rather than abroad. These megaprojects are Saudi Arabia's answer to that pressure, a race to diversify its economy, retain talent, attract global capital, and secure relevance in a post-oil world. The 2034 FIFA World Cup does not create this transformation. It accelerates it, concentrates it, and places it under a global spotlight. And to understand how serious this shift really is, we have to begin with the most ambitious project of them all, NEOM. Everything begins with NEOM, the most expensive and ambitious urban experiment in human history. With an estimated investment exceeding $500 billion, NEOM alone costs more than the GDP of many nations. Planned across more than 26,000 square kilometers in northwest Saudi Arabia, it is not designed as a single city, but as an entirely new model for civilization, governance, and economic life. At the center of NEOM stands The Line, a 170-kilometer linear city engineered with no cars, no roads, and no direct carbon emissions. Instead of expanding outward into endless sprawl, the city rises vertically, stacking homes, offices, schools, hospitals, and entertainment spaces into a dense, walkable environment designed around 5-minute living. High-speed transit systems are intended to move residents across the entire city in under 20 minutes, while artificial intelligence manages traffic flow, energy consumption, logistics, and even urban planning decisions in real time. Beyond The Line, NEOM also includes industrial, coastal, and innovation zones designed to host advanced manufacturing, clean energy production, digital infrastructure, and next-generation logistics. The goal is not just to house people, but to create an economy capable of competing with the world's most advanced regions. By the time the world arrives for the 2034 FIFA World Cup, NEOM is expected to stand as one of Saudi Arabia's most visible symbols of transformation. Not as a host city for matches, but as proof of what the country is attempting to become, a hub for innovation, global talent, and future industries. For millions watching from around the world, NEOM will represent far more than architecture. It will signal that Saudi Arabia's reinvention is already underway. But reshaping the Middle East requires more than futuristic cities. It also requires reshaping how the world experiences the region. And that brings us to the Red Sea. The Red Sea Project. While NEOM focuses on the future of urban life, the Red Sea Project focuses on redefining the future of global tourism. Valued at over $20 billion, this development spans hundreds of kilometers of coastline and dozens of untouched islands along the Red Sea. For generations, these areas remained largely inaccessible, preserving some of the most pristine coral reefs and marine ecosystems on the planet. The Red Sea Project is designed as a high-end, low-impact tourism destination, where visitor numbers are intentionally limited to protect the environment. Every resort, transport system, and utility is planned to operate on renewable energy, with water desalination, waste management, and conservation built directly into the infrastructure. Private island retreats, desert lodges, and underwater experiences are being developed with architecture that blends into the landscape rather than overpowering it. The goal is to create an experience where exclusivity comes from preservation, not excess. Strategically, this project serves multiple purposes. It positions Saudi Arabia as a serious competitor in the global luxury tourism market, challenges long-established destinations, and introduces the kingdom to travelers who may have never considered it before. By 2034, the Red Sea Project is expected to generate billions in annual revenue, support tens of thousands of jobs, and anchor an entirely new tourism ecosystem across transport, hospitality, and services. But tourism is seasonal. To truly reshape everyday life and spending patterns across the region, Saudi Arabia needed something permanent, something rooted in lifestyle and culture. Qiddiya, just outside Riyadh, Qiddiya represents a completely different dimension of transformation. With an estimated investment exceeding $10 billion, Qiddiya is being developed as the largest entertainment destination in the Middle East and one of the most ambitious leisure projects anywhere in the world. For decades, entertainment spending flowed outward as residents traveled to Europe, Asia, and North America for concerts, theme parks, motorsports, and major cultural events. Qiddiya is designed to reverse that flow by bringing global-scale entertainment home. The destination combines thrill-based attractions, motorsports venues capable of hosting international events, massive water parks, live performance arenas, and immersive entertainment experiences tailored to a young, digitally connected population. Beyond rides and venues, Qiddiya represents a cultural shift. It signals a Saudi Arabia that views entertainment, creativity, and leisure not as distractions, but as economic engines capable of supporting entire industries and millions of jobs. By 2034, Qiddiya is expected to anchor a regional entertainment economy worth tens of billions of dollars, reshape domestic tourism, and redefine how people across the Middle East spend their free time. During global events like the 2034 FIFA World Cup, destinations such as Qiddiya will play a critical role beyond the stadiums, hosting fan festivals, concerts, and entertainment experiences designed to keep millions of visitors engaged long after the final whistle. Diriyah Gate. Diriyah Gate is quieter than the other projects, but its significance runs just as deep. With an investment estimated at over $20 billion, Diriyah Gate is transforming the birthplace of the Saudi state into one of the most important cultural destinations in the Middle East. Located near Riyadh, the area includes the UNESCO-listed At-Taif district, where the foundations of modern Saudi Arabia were laid. Rather than replacing history with modern spectacle, the project centers on preservation. Historic mud brick structures are carefully restored, while museums, cultural institutions, luxury hotels, and public spaces are integrated in a way that respects the site's original character. Diriyah Gate is designed to tell a story, not just to tourists, but to future generations. It reinforces national identity while presenting Saudi history to a global audience in a controlled, authentic way. Economically, it transforms heritage into soft power, attracting cultural tourism, academic interest, and international recognition, Symbolically, it legitimizes rapid modernization by grounding it in history rather than erasing it. By 2034, Diriyah Gate is expected to stand alongside the world's great heritage districts, places where culture, history, and economic ambition coexist. Together, these 4 projects represent a combined investment approaching $750 billion, with ripple effects far beyond Saudi Arabia. They diversify the economy, reshape global perceptions, retain domestic spending, and reposition the Middle East as a center of innovation, culture, and experience, rather than resource extraction alone. The challenges are enormous: cost overruns, execution risks, environmental pressure, and global skepticism. But the scale of commitment suggests this is not a temporary experiment. Saudi Arabia is not hedging its future, it is building it. By 2034, these megaprojects will not simply stand as landmarks. They will stand as proof of one of the fastest national transformations ever attempted. When the world arrives in Saudi Arabia for the 2034 FIFA World Cup, it won't just be witnessing a sporting event. It will be stepping into cities rebuilt from scratch, coastlines transformed into global destinations, entertainment economies brought home, and history restored at a national scale. The Middle East is changing, and Saudi Arabia is driving that change with ambition measured in trillions, timelines measured in decades, and consequences that will shape the region for generations. The future isn't arriving slowly, it's being built, in time for the world to see. If you enjoyed this exploration into the future, make sure to like and subscribe to Future Foundation. There are countless megaprojects reshaping our world, and we'll be here to bring you every breakthrough. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.